Hello everyone and happy Saturday. Today's video I'm going to show, I've always been talking about the pockets. I need to go back and put things in the pockets. So I came into the studio yesterday and I worked on these dried, like a lot of flowers that I have at the house. I just like to put them in the pages of the books and dry them so that I can use them. And so I thought, let me go ahead and create these little inserts of flowers that I've dried over the last several months. Also just some of my scripting, on stained papers. And this process, it takes me a while to do it. And then you really need it to dry overnight, etc. So, this way I'm able to kind of show you how I did these and also sort of see how I want to put them in the journal. So let's start putting them in, and you'll see clips of how these are being made. I'm using like old book pages. I like the idea that this was double-sided so that I could, if I wanted to put this somewhere, once I decide what I'm doing, let's say I want to make it a flip, then, it's ready to go because I have this side and yet I have some of my found elements attached. So it's very much cabinet of curiosity. I really, really like this technique that I use in my books and what have you. So super easy to do. These are some rose petals just on this old book page, and then it also becomes a place where we can continue to embellish or whatever it is that we may want to do. Here's one that I did, and I decided to leave this top on it because I could always fold it over and sort of make it a flip or a flap, and then I have this paper back there to do something with. So some of them I left like that so I can make a decision of how I want to use them. This is just one with some really faint scripting. These are on the back of the craft paper. We've talked about this, and I think some of you actually, let me find it, have gotten it. It comes like this sometimes. We've also seen it, so under writer's block. We've also found some on Etsy. A few months ago when we were using this paper. So refer back to those notes on how to find this paper. But if you just search writer's block, if I can find it, I will put a link below. But I use that for these. I just love the color of it with, with the flowers. And then yet the back is still, you could write on it, you could stamp on it, you could do a number of things. So let's just go through the book, and I have some other books here that I'm thinking about for some of these pages. We can just kind of go through and see, where we can put. Then I think I'll start with some of the places that I don't have anything in. And like maybe all of them won't be able to slip in some place, but like that one slips into this pocket nicely. And I think that stamen I was able to preserve, the orange, along with what's happening on this side, is a nice juxtaposition actually. So I think I will put that there, and I'll just put things places. And then as I continue to develop the book, I may actually swap some things out. My book's getting a little wonky here. May swap things out, But right now we're just thinking about where some things could go. Just kind of want to move through and see all the places where I have some pockets. There's one right here. This. Trying to flip through and see where. So fold out. Love that. We have that already in a pocket. some more of this paper. So it's nice because it's cohesive. So I'm just flipping through. So, oh, that's right. We have something here, though I don't know that any of this necessarily, you know, would fit this way. Oh, but maybe this would. If I made that could make that a tuck. Then you don't really see it as good. Let's just see where else we might put. We'll put something else there. I think this is a sort of a pocket there. Okay, so this would be good. See, I'll fold this back so that becomes like a writing spot. And this is just graph paper that I stained with coffee and wood and to create that. So I think that's nice down in there. And I like the way it mirrors the feather and it picks up these colors. So see that? And then with the scripting here and the scripting there, that's perfect. Like that. So that fits nicely down in that little pocket. And see how it really just, as we kind of do these other sort of accessory projects, you really build the vocabulary. I have a pocket here, but I don't really want to put anything big in there because I don't want to cover too much. See, that would work there, but I really like how this looks. I don't want to cover that up. Maybe something translucent or something can go there. If I could make it a flap like that, that could be kind of cool, yeah? Well, I like that. So that kind of just covers up some of this space, gives us a little flap. I like that. And sometimes I have the little, who knows where they are right now. I'm not going to spend time looking for them. I have the baby little paper clips. And then I try to rust them, although I don't know if these are rusted right now. Do I have them in here? These are also some labels that I printed out on onion skin. And see, those could be, I know I'm going to add labels. I just haven't decided. Those look good there. So these are just, you know, labels printed out on onion skin. I'm not sure if these are the Tracy Fox or if they were just a random PDF, but I do like her label. So you can always go over to Tracy Fox's channel. Sometimes I do link them below if I remember to do that. But these I did all on onion skin, and I really like the quality of them. So these would really work nicely as labels in this journal. So I'm going to leave these out so I can remember. But I did have some, I'm not going to spend time looking for them, but I have the little staples. When I do find them, I'll show you all. So we won't worry about it. But, you know, you can just kind of, but this is laying down nicely, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. But anyway, let's keep going. So this would be a good place maybe to put, no, that's not going to work in there because remember, I made it narrow. Something like that could work. But I don't know that I like it there. So this pink, this red, the fuchsia is nice. And that fits in there nicely. So I think I'll put that there. I do like that. And those are all the pockets. I have this little narrow one there. I wonder if this will fit. I kind of like the idea of that because that gives me more of that scripting. So let's bring up our Here, let's just trim this off a little more because I have a little space that I can trim it. Let's see if we can get it to fit. So narrow, trying to get it to lay flat and not move. Come on. Okay. Alrighty. So see if this fits. Yes, it does. Look at that. Oh, I like that. How cool is that? So that even gives me more of that scripting that I was going for, remember? I could put it either way. I think I like it this way. So that's cool. So it's like scripting, behind scripting, behind. Oh, I love that. How cool is that? And yet it still gives us a place to do something on the back if we want. So there we have a nice start. This even would be nice to use. Like this could actually be sort of glued on the back of this as a fragment. Let's do that. I like that. I actually like that. It just kind of puts something there immediately. And this grayed out tones and everything really works well. So let's just go ahead and get a fragment of this. So yeah, just kind of go back and find, you know, your bits and pieces. And just have at it, you know, even just dried pieces from the garden, of course. You know, flowers that you get. I just throw them between the pages of the book. You saw where I did some of that. And a few days it's dry, especially in the summer. Okay, I like that. And I like how you can see a little bit of it through from the back because this paper, this brown paper is really transparent. And then we have that little fragment, looks like fabric, that's from our stamps. And I think that really looks good in there. And it works with the rest of it. So I still have a few more tuck places, but those are good because I think the rest of them, I might make one of these a flip out in here somewhere, though I don't know exactly. Oh, that could be nice. I don't know exactly where I want it. I might just put that there for right now to think about it. Well, I like it there. Really gives it a lot of nice layer, right? That'd be the feather, this old page. I have some of this cocoa fiber down there. The jelly print with some scripting. That's from our Cabinet of Curiosities printables. There's fabric over here. There's actually some of the transparency right here on this page that we did. So what I'll do is I'll figure out exactly what I want to use to put this on with because I have this over here. I might even take some fabric. So we'll see. We'll think about it because I don't know if that's, I don't want to kind of mess up the other side either. We'll find the right place to put it, maybe in future pages, because we don't have to use them all right now. That could be cool there too. They're like that, and then underneath, that could be cool because it kind of mirrors this sort of thing. It's kind of unexpected to have that, and then it would be an additional fold out. So that could work. So we'll think about that. Okay, So I'll show you the other ones where I'm thinking about, so because we have plenty of stuff here, so we can come back to that. Where did I put it? Let me just take it out because then I don't want to forget it or drop it somewhere. Here it is, right. Where is it? Right here. Okay. So that's one thing. Now I have a few other books here, so I thought I could show you if I don't use them all in here, because I have more of these to make. I have more of these drying right now. These are Phalaenopsis orchids from an orchid plant I have, and they started to drop because they had been going strong for about 2.5, almost 3 months. So really, the flowers lasted a long time, and I really love them. I love how the petals are translucent. See how you can see the script through them? So any of your orchids, when the flowers drop, press them. But I'm thinking that I have some other books here. Like for instance, I have this book that we created in Patreon. This is one of the long stitch Keith Smith style books, and we used a lot of the rain stained papers in here. Lots of old photo what are these photocopies from a project I did years ago, and I was going through as I'm clearing things out and preparing for the move and setting up a new studio. So as opposed to throwing them away, I just rain stain them. So you guys have heard me talk about that. So this book is just full of rain stained photocopies and gel prints. And so I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with this, but as I was considering, I really like how this looks on the pages. It's kind of hard for you to see with that ring light above. I'll kind of do it at an angle. I like that. And I can adhere them. And I'm not sure in this book if I would keep the transparency kind of look. I like them for the Cabinet of Curiosities because it sort of reminds you of slides and stuff. But I could see adhering these flowers to these vintage papers and just adhering this to the surface, because covering them with the matte medium is going to preserve them. And then I get a more matte, not so shiny look, but I do like the way these flush out on these pages. I like the size, the shape. So I have a lot of these, probably 8 or 9 of them. So I could sort of make that the theme of the book along with other stuff. But, you know, they could kind of go throughout, almost like a herbarium of some sort. I don't know. And you can see the same thing if we're just using using the old pages along with the flowers, the dried flowers without transparency would be nice. So I have that to sort of think about, and then I have another book over here that I'm working on. See how I get to show you guys more stuff that you can think about projects that you have. Now this is a book that we did in, no, this is not a book, but it's a bundle in my Tamashi bundles course that I did in May, using some of the rain stained papers, but then also I made new papers. This is all handmade paper with the bundles. Many of you may have done that course and remember this whole process. So you get all these really neat stained papers and what have you. And so like I haven't actually started binding the book yet, just kind of deciding everything I want to do. Probably going to bind the book and use this piece that I stained and kind of bundled it in when it was stained, and you know, it was all wrapped up in this cloth. So and then it dried. That I think this is going to be like the cover, the outside part of the book, and then the book will slide into this pocket like that. I really love the grunge part of it, but I'm sure I'm going to enhance it more. But then maybe even, you know, smaller elements like these, you know, attached to the pages I have a lot of small feathers, but I could even see taking these book pages and using smaller elements in it. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about. So I have a lot of book projects that are in various stages of development that these type of things would look good with. So just to kind of show you, especially the large one, where is it? That won't fit in here. This one won't fit in there, but I really wanted to start working with these. So they'll work in one of these books. And then this, these will definitely become flips and fold outs and things as we move forward in this structure. So I think I'll put these in future pages so that I'll know where they are, and then I can flesh out the pages around them. So hope you enjoyed this. Have fun making some of these of your own. Of course, you can use any found objects. You can use, I was using florals this time, but you know, of course, and feathers, but even small pieces of paper and fragments of antique paper and little fragments of fabric. Things like that would be perfect with this. And even some of this fabric that we used the last time, this gold, this pink fabric I made would look beautiful, like on, you know, adhered to the bottoms or the tops or the sides of these. You can actually sew, use your sewing machine. You can sew fabric on. I mean, there's so much you can do just to give it that cabinet of curiosities. That's what we're going for. We want the, like this piece that I'm using for that book, but this was some old like Indian textiles, and then I stained it and everything. But how cool would that be, like sewn onto a page here, and then that becomes a flap that could be a part of the page. So sky's the limit. I'll be showing you more, but just wanted to get started on some projects that I was doing around this, and with not only with my journal, and that's how I work a lot. When I'm working, I'm really not just doing one page and that's it. I'm really doing projects like this where they'll go across many of my projects that I'm working on in the studio. And I think with me beginning to tape the way that I'm doing now, where I'm able to get so much, show you so much more, and show you the ideas and the ways I'm going to use them, they'll give you a lot more ideas of things to do in your studio. So hope you guys are enjoying this way of doing it. I'll look for your feedback. And in the meantime, lots of love to you. Happy creating. Have fun in your studios. And from my studio to yours, lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.